Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are taking a look here at the Glacier map. This is a really cool map, and Venom Ghost was nice enough to provide me with a replay here, so I can take a quick look at this map. I actually jumped into a team training with some people and took a look at the map. So there's a couple of things that I've noticed. Let's see if we can get to them. Okay, so thing one. This is gonna be a TD spot, guaranteed. Just blind shoot these bushes. There's gonna be a TD here. There's no way there's not gonna be a TD here. So that's one thing. Keep that in mind. Let's get this to normal speed. Oop, that was a bit too fast. No, go back. Okay. Did I break it? I broke it. Son of a... We'll be right back. Okay, I got it. Don't worry. So, spot number 2 is... That's the bushes we were just in, so this is just down the hill, but take a look at this. There's some good dip going on here. No Doritos, just dip. If you look at this, like if you have depression, this is a pretty good spot to be in. You have a good amount of cover, like look how far you can pull back. Your sides are pretty well covered until they go all the way in here. I promise you won't see them coming. Again, same thing on that side, like you won't see them coming down, but you are fairly well protected. And I'm gonna assume that a lot of light tanks that might also be sitting there, might also be going up here, or medium tanks. Tanks that want to be in the action a little bit more. But I can see a light tank coming up here for active scouting, because you have lines through there. Can't see down there, but if you go to the side a little bit, you get another, turn the camera, look between these two houses. You have another line over there, you have one over there, you got over there, so this is pretty good in terms of lines that are available for you to spot through. Enemy light tanks more than likely are going to be running through there. Now, is that a geyser? There's another one over here. Yeah, that's a hot spring. Okay, that's a geyser. Interesting. Again, we have a bit of a dip here, so I can see some light tanks running through there. We have some tree cover down here. Not entirely sure, but there might be some hills there you might be able to get up on. I'm not entirely sure. You can see where the batch hat is there. There's a spot there in the back. Again, TDs probably will be down there, because you got a pretty good overview of the map from there. This corner is probably another TD spot, as well as that bush. And this one right here. Now this I kind of find silly because they just copied the other side. Like this is a literal copy of the other side, so that's a bit silly. But go down here, we head off to the frozen lake. Let's speed it up a bit. So we get to the most interesting part of the map. We have a very narrow pass here. That's probably going to be some congested area. I would assume that a decent amount of people will be going through here. Light tanks probably initially, maybe some medium tanks, but I can definitely see people fighting through that little door there. So what we have here seems to be some sort of carrier that's been broken up into pieces. Now up here there seems to be some graphical glitches, and I've seen it every single time I run through this replay, so that seems to be a thing. And there seems to be an invisible wall there, somehow. This area here seems to be mostly going to be where the heavies will fight, I'm going to assume. Like there's a decent amount of cover, like it's decent amount of arty shadow. Yeah, just things to fight around. So I'm going to assume that heavies will be out there. And then once we come up here, I'll take a quick pause here and take a look around. So that I'm going to assume is going to be mostly TD and medium and light tank territory. This here is going to be mostly heavy territory. There is some water, so I'm seeing drowning being a thing down here at the back, and that I think is water too, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, look at this cool thing here. It's a carrier with some AA guns here on the side. Pretty cool. I can definitely see some light tank just rushing up here and scouting like the entire field. Same goes for the other side, but this map seems, if you ask me, it seems a little bit too much of a, let's bring out the mini map here. Let's get my mouse. It seems like a bit of a split. Like you can draw a line through the middle here, like diagonally across. You almost get an identical map on either side. Not quite, but you get what I'm saying, alright? Like the double rocks with the bushes in between on either side. You have basically this road you just split into two. This carrier that's, you know, been split into two sides. Interesting. On here you actually see sort of the lanes on the carrier, the lines here. And you don't see them on the actual carrier. But yeah, you can see that being sort of split into two. So the whole map seems to be very much split into two. So for my taste, it's a little bit too much of a copy. But on the other hand, it's a good thing that either side has equal opportunity, because there's a couple of maps out there, at least before 1.0, I'm not sure if they fixed it now, but that were heavily favoring one side. And most of my games I won on that favoring side and not the other one. Sure, you can win for both sides, definitely possible, but one is just always easier. Especially for certain tank types, I feel like. Like some maps are just friendlier for certain types when you start on base A rather than base B. This one I feel like there's no such thing, because this thing is almost an identical copy to either side. So that's not really an issue. Now, one last thing here before we close off. Have you ever had that feeling where you have the idea that you made a mistake? Like you should have hit that brake a little bit sooner. I think by now he realizes, look, his tracks are locking up. I think Venom Ghost here just realized that's the end of it. It stops here. That's a big drop. Mistakes were made. So let's watch this in all its slow-mo goodiness. Speed up a little bit here. And first off, just think about the crew in this tank. What they're currently going through. Going off a cliff and then sideways on, hitting something like that, and just coming to a stop already. They are just getting slammed around in there. And that's not even the worst of it. Because then they start to fall down. It's kind of pretty. I kind of want to make a screenshot out of this. Was it V? Yeah. Like how can I get this tank in proper view? That really captures the essence of this map. Maybe like this. We'll see. I guess we can just run this like this. We don't need a interface for this part. So the tank has, as you can see, is actually flipping over. It's gonna land flat on its turret. Almost flat. You can just feel that crushing. GG. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.